14th to 17th of March 2023 with the Lovelock family in Sunninghill. Very busy week. I'll start with a standard introduction for those who haven't had the misfortune to see it. Here's where we are at 22 Armitage Court with warning signs about our cat Toadie and what was, armed mice, sorry about that, and what has been called Robin's Corner for years after GPS testing from the late 1980s. Lovely birthday present last year from June, bit of garden sculpture. Yes, waiting for the new plates for the new version of my old car. That one's only got 100,000 on the clock as opposed to 200,000. Lots of odds and ends around here. Place for cats to shelter if they wish. Very appropriately armed mice. That's being put together as a little background job. Somewhere for pussycats to climb up. Not sure the details of that. And a lot of work has been done. Oh yes, I've got the camper to point out. Snoopy's robot boat that survived over 6 weeks at sea. Yeah, tools from what I've been doing. And the camper that was used to transport him, the robot boat, skippered by Snoopy the Viking, down to the sea last year with battle damage. June said Robin did it, Robin said the wall did it, but the wall is okay. Yeah, it looks as though it's sustained a little bit of more damage from the workers, but not to worry about that, it adds value. So we come into the house and it's quite a transformation of what's been done. There is Roger the plasterer's materials, because he'll be coming back Monday, and he's been plastering here. There was a hole here. One of Michelle's escape cats did that. That was a few years ago. But the more dramatic work and the important work is Roger has been plastering our kitchen. So that's what he started with, and that's what he'll be continuing work with next week, Monday. And this is the kitchen as it is now. Needs painting, of course, but a lot better. Yeah, tennis on the telly. What a surprise. And yeah, June tidying things up. Samantha working from home. Lots of junk to be sorted out and put in the right place. People often tell me where to stick things, but I'm going to put them in the right place out in the garden. Yes, more plastering work can be done there. Stuff picked up from charity shops for next to nothing. Loads of materials for work going on the side. Not on the side, no. And come through into the lounge. Oh, the important bit, upstairs. Upstairs bathroom, that is the dramatic change. So, the spare bathroom upstairs. Yeah, Samantha's room, Michelle's room, another spare room. But this is the bathroom job. So, all a bit echoey, isn't it? Look at that, a bit different. Complete change of everything. Not bad, eh? So, that room is now available for use, and try not to fall down the stairs. So, are you happy with your new kitchen, June?
Yeah, well, it's not complete, but yes, yeah. So far.
So far? So far so good, and you'll be relieved to know I'm almost finishing this introduction before a long photo trail, and hopefully most of the pictures are in the right order, and it will show a lot of other things other than the subject matter here. People that we spent time with, people who we spoke with both locally and overseas, and some people might be able to work out who these people are from the odd picture. So we come out here, and one of the background jobs has been finding the source of a leak in, or leaks in our top pond, and using a few tips from people like Roger in terms of what materials. So it's been a case of seeing where the water comes out, put in a little bit of cement, and but there's a leak still up this end which is going to take more time to detect, but the water then flows down and hopefully less of it going under the fence. This is our lower pond, the duck pond, and I'm making this intro now because we expect rain to be arriving very soon. So I'll continue the rundown here. So it overflows, when the ponds overflow they go down into the boggy area down here. So down, lots of chopping up work got to be done. There's compost heaps, there's the 6x4 tool shed that June and I put up between us after a lovely Polish chap delivered it, and a lot of those tools will be going into better places, because one of the background activities that's been going on is making sure we've got the floor space and shelter space. So that's the laboratory, so that will be tidied up with just relevant stuff. Here is another place to keep tools, and here's the workshop. So a lot of work has got to be done tidying stuff out of the house. Yes, and this area here will be a little wildlife area. So whenever there is the time, and there are never enough hours in the day, we will be starting to move stuff out of the house into the right place, but because work's in progress we have to keep some things in the house, mostly tools. Yes, my telescope will have a webcam on it sometime, don't know when that'll be. It feels as though it's starting to rain. I think I've covered most of the things, as I say, but there will be pictures which were simply the result of something happening there, like a phone call or a visit. So it might make some sense to some people, but not a lot. So into that long photo trail. This unscripted and unrehearsed commentary, starting on Tuesday the 14th, may help understand some of this material, but more important, it might encourage YouTube to put up the subtitles with automatic translations a little quicker. Next day, Wednesday the 15th, and work goes on identifying where leaks are in the pond in parallel with other work, and of course the most important work is inside the house. Oh dear, look rather serious there. Oh yeah, I think that was one thing. Yes, there's Roger the plasterer, heavy at work, Ascot Plastering Services, and we also have, of course, Option Studio guys coming and doing the bathroom upstairs. Materials for another job. work on the pond. Bentley, the cat from opposite. Oh, Bentley smashed something, knocked it down. Container of sugar. Naughty boy. There's some waterproofer that Roger suggested. Might make the job a little quicker fixing leaks. Well, we can see where they're coming out, where it flows along. And what June's looking at. Oh yeah, there's Roger hard at work now in the kitchen area. And we're going to have his stuff put there when he works in the other area so we can use the kitchen. There's Toadie on the prowl, and June and Robin are starting to look at this other little project, which was somewhere to hide the dustbins, but not just hide the dustbins. Not helped by Toadie helping us, but provide a feature of its own. Look at that, what lovely improvement. Oh yes, we went into Wicks to pick up some materials for this new project. Oh, we had to pump up the tyre, but luckily we found the pump, so it wasn't that difficult. Back to the pond work and the new project. Oh dear, is it starting to rain? Better look at the rain radar. Been improved a lot by the Met Office, gives us a very good indication when things are coming. And the fishmonger made a call. Yeah, time for Robin's favourite lunch. Our amusing email from Alexi. Basically how we were fat in the past, amongst other topics. Robin has his lunch, and yes, it looks like we're going down to the bandsaws. There's some photographs that June took with Romeo, the doggy. Maybe a repeat of these, because there's then the better quality versions from June's smartphone. Hello, Romeo. Tennis, playing an onogram or whatever it is, and it's dark. So we must be getting close to the end of that day and into the next. That's where the dustbin hide is going to be put. Yeah, lovely kitchen now. Just needs some paint on there. Toadie relaxing, preening himself while I have dinner, sat in front of the closed circuit TV. Now Toadie's relaxing with June, watching of course the tennis, which I find rather boring. Thursday the 16th of March, and it's pub lunch. So same background job in progress, and plastering continues. Call from Paul. So there's Ascot plastering, and that's where we've now got the materials to put in, and perhaps we can make a bit more progress on that job. Yeah, I had to do some work there. There's a call over to Brook Green. Oh, that was something that arrived for June, which was, yeah, and here's the guys arriving for pub lunch. Yes, very appropriate. And then we came home for coffee, and a Duracell battery had arrived in my little phone. And the guys are, not phone, it was a camera. Guys leaving after having a nice coffee and chat, and June and I get a chance to do a bit more work on that little project while the weather is okay. Meanwhile, of course, every now and again checking progress on the pond and doing anything necessary. Some places difficult. Oh yes, Bentley's over here for lunch, queuing behind Toadie, until he has some as well. And look at that lovely kitchen. Yes, Bentley on guard duty. Friday the 17th with Jotty of Options Studio. Checking the weather. Yeah, see when the rain's likely to come in, how much of it. Oh, something seems to have knocked the little fisherman. Yes, it was Toady. Evidence on the CCTV. All work continues. Yeah, that's the work to be done next week. But the kitchen area is fine. Yeah, there we go. Option Studios, guys. Look at that. That bathroom upstairs is now brilliant. Yeah, oh yes. Brian Blessed. Friend of a friend, I guess, in the same way that Kenneth Branagh is. Live locally, of course. Oh yeah, memories triggered by the film Belfast. Kenneth Branagh's early life. And yeah, the Chobham page where there's Paul. And yeah, oh yes, my mug got broken, so I had to improvise fixing it. Oh, it's to be Spot, Satcom's tracker. Quite expensive, the renewal, but the question is which tracker is it that's just been renewed? Bit of detective work, found out what it was, that ESN number, which is the Spot in the boat. So that's the one that is dead.
Would you like to come shopping with Mum and I?
No, I'm recording the sound at the moment, Samantha. So, sorry about those interruptions. And so, Indian World Television, and that's probably the end of that. So, what follows now are the other photographs that are on the camera that I've got to unload, which will be for later on today, Friday the 17th. And so I've got no idea what order I shot them in, but there you go. So that's the end of that commentary. I warned you it was a long photo trail, so it only remains to say, look after yourselves, stay safe, and enjoy what days we have.